Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a great week so far. So I know I've mentioned that I'm off on my holidays any day now. In fact, I'm probably already there as you're watching this. I'll be in beautiful Portugal with all my family having an amazing time. So I wanted to share with you what I'm taking with me as far as beauty, as far as skincare, as far as makeup, and just kind of go through my whole thought process on what I do and don't take with me when I travel. So to give you just a couple of seconds of context, I am going on holiday, on a family holiday, my whole family, my mum, my dad, my sister, her family, and my family. So we are all staying in a villa in Portugal. It's going to be very hot there. And how I holiday like this, it's not like if me and my husband go away with our kids and we stay in like an all-inclusive hotel and we're eating out for dinner every night. I love dressing up. I love doing a full glam, dressing up, really beautiful dresses and going out for dinner every night. But we are staying in a villa and we don't eat out that much. We actually travel with an extremely highly qualified chef slash my sister's husband. That's no joke, by the way. He's actually a phenomenal chef. That's what he does. So we tend to barbecue, we tend to eat in, and we, share all the shopping, the food shopping. We don't eat out that often. Maybe 2 or 3 times the whole holiday we'll go out for dinner. So for me, I never wear makeup during the day. Ever when I'm on a holiday. If we go out for the day, if we go shopping, I never bother putting any makeup on whatsoever. If we are staying in the villa, obviously I'm in and out of the pool all day. I don't bother with makeup ever. Evenings, if we're staying in the villa, I would never bother putting makeup on. Just, I'm only around my family. We're in the comfort of our villa with our kids. I, again, wouldn't bother putting makeup on. The only time I'm going to wear makeup on this holiday is if we go out for dinner. So I'm taking definitely more than I need to for those reasons. But that's mainly because, one, I just like to have options. So I don't know what I might wear. I don't know what eye look I might go for, and therefore what blush or lip I'll feel like. So I do like to take lip options and cheek options. But yeah, this is really not going to be a huge amount of makeup. I also like to play with makeup on my mum and my sister as well, so I want to have some things to play around with there. So I'm definitely taking more than I need, certainly taking way more than I'm actually going to use whatsoever. But that's for those reasons. I just like to have choices, A woman loves a choice. I will also say that the reason I've chosen a lot of things that I've chosen is because not necessarily they are my absolute favourite thing or my absolute favourite formula or my absolute favourite product. I get very scared that my luggage is going to go missing, my makeup's going to get stolen, my bag's never going to show up at the other end. So I take things that I like and I like to use, but are, one, less likely to break or get, destroyed in the journey. 2, that if they got lost or stolen or whatever, it's not going to be like the end of my life. So nothing limited edition, nothing that literally is irreplaceable for whatever reason, nothing that would be catastrophic financially if it got lost or broken or stolen. So this is what I've chosen. So I'm going to first take you through my skincare, body care bag. So this is Daniel Sandler wash bag. Actually, all of his watercolor blushes, the gift set that I got at Christmas, came in here. So I just emptied them out and I now use this as like my wash bag. So in here, all my body stuff. So this is all my skin SPF stuff for the bod, you've got to keep the bod protected. So this is all from Bali Body. Bali Body sent me a load of stuff last year, I think in the summer last year, and I used all of it up. Especially this bad boy is my favourite. This is just the moisturising lotion, but it's got a lot of aloe vera in here. It smells like heaven and it's perfect for like an after sun, for a moisturiser. I spend a lot of my time on holiday in the pool with my kids, so this is my friend. And then these are 2 SPF oils. So these are tanning oils. They both have SPF 15 in it, and this is the natural one, and this is a pineapple tanning oil. These are just absolute heaven. So Bali Body were extremely kind enough to re-top me up for this year because I used everything they sent me up last year. So thank you so much to them. This is all I'll need. My children and my husband are not allowed to touch these, they'll have their own. So this is just everything that I have for my body while I'm away. I'm also going to put in this little mini from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is her Supermodel body. I think this is just a free sample with something from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is like a glowy sort of body product. So if I feel like we're going out and I want to put, you know, a bit of a glow on my legs or on my arms, this is absolutely perfect because it smells beautiful. It goes on like a lotion and it's not oily and it's not like mega glittery. It's just like glow, wet looking, healthy, luminous skin. So I'll keep that in there so I can use it just on my legs, maybe on my shoulders, on my arms when we go out for dinner. Next up, like skincare stuff, I keep it extremely simple on holiday. There's no way I'm going to travel with like my whole skincare routine because it's just too much. It's too much to get broken. It's just too much for while I'm on holiday. You know, again, I'm in the sun, I'm in and out of the pool all day. My skin is going to be like getting a hammering. So I just tend to keep it very simple, give my skin a bit of a break from all of the skincare products that I use at home. And I literally just will take skincare wipes to take any makeup off if I put it on, a cleansing wash, and then moisturiser, and that's pretty much all I do. I don't take eye cream, I don't take, you know, any serums, I certainly don't take things like retinols or scrubs or anything like that because my skin is going to be, you know, more sensitive anyway because it's just in the sun and in the pool and with things like chlorine and stuff like that. So I keep it very simple and just look after moisturising and cleansing my skin. So this is the SPF that I am using at the moment. This is from Caudalie and it has 50 SPF in it. And this is what I'll just use on my face and neck, and then I'll use my Bali Body oils on the rest of my bod. But I do like a very high SPF on my face. I've also got a primer, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Flawless Hydrating Primer that has SPF 45 in it. So if we do go out for dinner, the sun's still up, it's still hot, you know, at the time that we'd be walking into town for our dinner. So this will go underneath my makeup. It's also just a really nice little handy size, although that is a whole fluid ounce 30ml. It's a nice dinky travel size squeezy tube. So then I've also got 3 of these, which are anti-aging moisturisers. These were literally free in my husband's kit when he travelled first class to Australia recently, and he was like, he got a like a wash bag full of stuff to use on the flight, and obviously being, you know, useless, he did not touch any of it. So this is what I'm going to be taking. I'm not going to be taking all of my, you know, expensive skincare. I'm just going to be using this moisturiser, my SPF, and I'll, you know, cleanse my face as simply as possible. And that is all I'll take for skincare. And then just my lip balm, which I'm taking this little mini lanolin. This is the Lansinoh lanolin that you get from Boots, and this is the mini travel size, just to keep my poor lips, which always take a beating summer and winter. Winter it's too cold for them, summer it's too hot for them. So yeah, this will keep them nice and hydrated and smoothed and looked after while we're on holiday. I've also got a Nivea Creme in here, which is just a very, very thick cream. So if anyone's like sunburnt or just had some kind of reaction or anything like that, this on really, really sensitive, really mega dry skin is too rich. I don't really like it because it takes a lot of work to go into the skin, so I would never want to put it all over my body like the Bali Body ones, because it's just, you'll be walking around naked for like 3 hours while you wait for it to soak in properly. But anything that, you know, gets burnt or sensitive or anything like that, this is very, very rich and soothing. So I just keep that in there for like emergencies, really. And now here is the very interesting bit. So this is my BH Cosmetics makeup bag. This is very affordable and it's the perfect size for me because I can fit everything and more that I'm ever going to need to take anywhere, but it's not ginormous. You can see it's like not much bigger than my hand, really. Look at that Charlotte Tilbury, by the way. Divine. So in here, it's got 2 sort of separate compartments. On the left is all of my lip products. So in here, I like I said, to have lip options. So I've got mainly hydrating formulas. So I've got my new favourite Hourglass gloss. This is in the shade Horizon and what I'm wearing right now on my lips. My Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip in Mango Mood. I've got a few of the lips from MAC that are just my favourites. That's Costa Chic, a very bright corally orangey shade. This is one of the MAC collections from the Boom Boom Bloom, one of the Boom Boom Bloom lipsticks. This is High Fructease. So again, I've chosen basically all bright, colourful lips, all really hydrating formulas. So then I've also popped in my Fenty Stunna lip paint because I'm trying to, you know, I've been trying to wear a red more often, and on a summer holiday I feel like that's a really good one. I've also got one of my Huda Demi mattes in here because again this is a really good formula, very hydrating, nice and plumping, a sort of deep nude. This is the shade Shero, so that's going in there. All brights. I've also got a nail file, you know, an eyeliner, brow pencil, tweezers, all your essentials. These are the only brushes I'm taking. I feel like I've been pretty restrained. So I've got my MAC 135 bronzer brush that you guys see me use all the living long day. This is the Zoeva 122 Petite Stippling brush. So this is for any creams or liquids, highlights and blushes. I've got my Japonesque cheek brush, which is again perfect for any creams or liquids. Then this one is my Morphe M501, obviously for highlight. I've got my Data Colours blush brush, again that you've seen me use 100 times. And then these are all of the eye brushes that I'm taking. So I've got my Bdellium, oh God, holy moly. So I've got my large blending brush from Bdellium Tools. This is the 785. That's kind of your first blending brush. And then I've got my detailed brush from Zoeva, my 238. That's for like inner corners, brow bone, that kind of jazz. Can also use it for like a detailed highlight. Obviously my MAC 242 flat lid shade brush. And then my Bdellium kind of second step blending brush, and this is the 776. This is kind of your crease brush. And then this is my Zoeva pencil brush. This is number 230 for like under the eye detail. And that is all of the brushes I'm taking. Let me open this little flappity. So then in the next section, we've got the only nail polish I'm taking, which is OPI's Rice Baby. This is what I've got on my nails today. It's just the perfect shade because it's pretty and bright enough to be like a summer holiday shade, but it's you know, not going to clash with anything I'm wearing because it's quite a sort of toned down pretty shade, and it also layers extremely well. Like I've literally just chucked this on layer after layer. It's got about 5 layers now and it still looks decent. So I will, you know, take all of this off, give myself a fresh coat on the day we leave, and then I'll just be able to cover it. I won't have to keep taking it off and take makeup remover and stuff like that with me. So in here is everything makeup wise that I'm taking, and as you can see it's not a huge amount. I could definitely take half of this out and still be absolutely fine. But as I said, I like to have options. So here is my Beauty Blender case. This is just a little protective case that holds your little beauty blender, keeps it from getting anything wet, keeps it from getting dirty. Obviously I've got my Monsieur Big mascara, can't go a day without that. And then I've got a few palettes. So my new Natasha Denona Tan palette, really wanted to take that with me because it is a deeper bronzer and it's also got, you know, those deeper highlights, which will be perfect once I get a bit more tanned. I've then got this Makeup Geek palette, which I put together myself. So this is my own singles in here. We've got a couple, I think this is a Makeup Geek, yep, in the Spotlight, so a nice peachy shimmer lid shade. This is a Coloured Rain single in the shade Champagne Life. And then I think the rest are MAC. So this is soft brown. What is that? I want to say Brown Script, maybe. I think that's Brown Script. And then that's Coral, and then this is Blanc Type. So that's kind of giving me everything I could possibly need, along with the other cheek products that I can also use on my eyes. This is MAC's Tint, which is a cream colour base. And then this is Sweet as Cocoa, which is a beautiful glowy bronze shade that's kind of like a bronzer and a blush in one. So it's perfect for doubling up on holidays. So that's kind of my personal kit, and it's also got a really good sized mirror, so that's really, really helpful. And then I've just got my Charlotte Tilbury face palette. So this is in the shade, this is the Instant Look in a palette, sorry, and it is in the shade Beauty Glow. So in here you've got a bronzer, a highlight, 2 blush shades, and then some eye shades. This bronzer is much too light for me, like even now, but certainly once I'm away, but it's a perfect shade to use on your eyes. Obviously all of these can be used on eyes and cheeks and wherever you want. So it's just a really handy palette to travel with. And it's quite old, so if it did get broken or lost, I'd be like, fair enough, you know, it's run its course. And then I'm taking my Anastasia blush palette. This is the blush trio in Berry Adore. It's the deepest blushes that I have. So again, once I get more tanned, these will be perfect on my skin, whereas a lot of my blushes will be too light or lighter than for what I want. I'm not taking any eyeshadow palettes because I'd be devastated if any of my eyeshadow palettes got broken or smashed, and I just don't really use that much eyeshadow. I will just kind of use either the singles that I've got or a bit of bronzer, and then this is my Charlotte Tilbury pot in the shade Jean, and again it's just the perfect sort of champagne lid shade. So this on the lid with just some bronzer is like all I'll do probably. I probably won't even use the eyeshadows that I'm taking. I just want to take them so I can play with my family on their faces, but yeah, probably that's all I'll use. I've also got a couple of Stila Shimmer and Glow, so in the shades Grace and Kitten. Again, a bit of bronzer, and then sort of pat that sparingly on the lid, and I'll be good to go. I've got a couple of my Daniel Sandler blushes. Again, if I just want to be able to build up a more blushed cheek, these are very buildable, so you can do that. And these are in the shade Luxe, and this one is Passion. So again, really lovely peachy cheeks, glowy cheeks. I've got some options, and this is my Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in the shade, what shade is it? Pink Gasm. So again, gives me an option and something, none of these are going to break, none of them are going to shatter because they are liquids or creams. Same thing with the Anastasia Liquid Glow. This is the shade Peach Fizz. So again, I just like to take things that aren't going to break, they aren't going to smash, and I don't have to worry about them. I'm only taking one concealer, and this is the Jeffree concealer. The reason I've chosen this one is because it's a more natural, lighter consistency, which is kind of the vibe I go for on holiday, and it's also one of the deepest shades that I've got. This is the shade C15, so it's going to be perfect with my tan skin, not too bright. And this is my other sort of bronzer option. So this is Glow With It Extra Dimension Skin Finish from MAC. This was one of my all-time favourite bronzers. I feel like I've kind of moved on from it now, but for holiday it's perfect because it's actually supposed to be a very deep highlighter, but I use it as a bronzer, so it is just very bronzy and glowy. So if I don't want to do like bronzer and highlighter and blush, I can just kind of sweep this on my cheeks and around my forehead, and it will just give me a really nice bronzy glow. I've then got 3 foundations, which is definitely excessive because, like I said, I'll probably only put makeup on a couple of times, but the reason I've got these 3 as opposed to just taking the one that I would need is just because of shade reference. So like Too Faced is like my current shade. Golden Beige is probably actually a little bit light for me right now. Medium Tan in the It CC Cream is like my shade right now. And then the Naked Skin One and Done I have in the shade Medium Dark. So that's kind of as dark as I will go. So basically between these 3 I can mix and match, just depending on what my skin's doing and how much sun my skin has caught. It's just about giving me you know, options for shades. But both of these 2 have good SPF. So this one's got 20, this one's got 50, this has none. So again, it gives me some options as far as SPF. I've also whacked in my Hourglass Vanish highlighting stick in the shade Champagne Flash because, again, it just gives me something to play with my family on. It's not going to break because it's a cream formula, so it can't, you know, smash like lots of highlighters will. And last but not least, this is my magic mirror. I was stalking their Instagram before Christmas, and I included this in my Christmas gift list, like recommendations, because I think it's such a flippin' good idea. This is a portable full length mirror, so you can see that. Look how thin that is. That is the whole thing. And basically you can tie this on the back of your door. It's got these ties. You can hang it in your wardrobe, and it basically folds out to this ginormous full length mirror. I mean, how flippin' good is that? How good is that? If you don't want it to be that big, you can also fold it so it stands up on your desk. So if you don't know, am I going to have a makeup mirror in my hotel? Is it going to be in the right place where the lighting is? This can literally go anywhere. You can fold it up or you can hang it so it's full length. And I just think it's the most genius flippin' idea ever. So many times I've been in hotels where there's not been a mirror like where you want it, and the fact that you can literally position this anywhere and have it be any size, have it be full length, have it be makeup size, you can hold it, it's quite light, do whatever you want with it. Yeah, I just think it's an absolute genius idea. So I will link their website down below. They did send this to me, but only because I begged them to, and this is not sponsored. I just think it's an awesome idea. So now that I've taken everything out and I'll have to repack this, I just want to show you this empty, because I think this bag is just so good and really affordable. So it's got this little handle here, and like I said, here it's got this zipped mesh bit, then your compartment for brushes, and then this folds out to leave you a very big compartment, and then it all zips together. So there you have it. That is everything that I'm taking with me on my holidays. Yes, it's way more than I could ever need or will ever use, but like I said, I just like to have options, and I do like to play with my mum and my sister's faces when I get them together and I have my makeup with me, which is like very rare occasion. So yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing time while I'm on my holidays, and I can't wait to see you when I get back and speak to you and catch up on all your news. Take care for now. Bye 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 bye.